My name is Jose, and thank you so much for considering becoming a community builder here at Life on Mission Church. You're stepping into something truly important. At Life on Mission, we're not just looking to host digital content or lead meetings. We're building relationships that form the foundation of discipleship. Let me share a verse that captures what we're all about. Acts chapter 2:42 reads, "And they devoted themselves to the apostles, teaching and the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and the prayers, and day by day, attending the temple together and breaking bread in their homes. They received their good with glad and generous hearts, praising God and having favor with all the people. And the Lord added to their number day by day those who were being saved." That's the model: devotion, fellowship, shared life, and prayer. Everything we do in our small groups, whether online or in person, is aimed at helping people move from passive content consumption to genuine community rooted in Jesus. And today I want to walk with you through an overview of 3 essential skills that we'll be discussing in more detail throughout this training series that will help you build that genuine community. They're simple but powerful. We're going to be discussing active listening, mentoring, and building trust. So let's get started. But first, let's grab a cup of coffee and meet me in the kitchen. Let's be honest. Most of us think that we're good listeners, but sometimes what we're really doing is just waiting for our turn to talk. Real listening, active listening, is so rare today that when someone truly listens to you, you feel it immediately. You feel seen, heard, and valued. That kind of listening, it creates safety and connection, and that's where real community begins. Active listening is a spiritual act. In the book of James, chapter 1, verse 19, we're reminded, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Listening isn't just a technique. It's a posture of humility and love. And here's the key. Not all listening is created equal. So let's talk about the 3 levels of listening. Level 1, we call internal listening. This is where most of us live. We hear the words, but we're focused on what it means for us. We're thinking about how to respond, solve their problem, or thinking about our next cup of coffee. In relationship building, this level is self-absorbed and can shut down deeper connection. At level 2, we have focused listening. This is where the magic starts. You're completely focused on the other person. You hear their words, their tone, and their heart. You notice what they say. This level builds empathy and trust. To practice focused listening, try using simple reflective phrases like, "It sounds like you're feeling anxious," or "What I hear you saying is that you're not sure about your decision." These phrases help people feel truly heard and encourages them to open up more. Finally, we have level 3, global listening, or what I like to call listening with the Holy Spirit. This is about sensing the room, picking up on body language, tone, emotion, even spiritual or emotional undercurrents. It's what great leaders do instinctively. And as a community builder, you may be in a living room or on a Zoom call, but you can still be attuned to what's really happening beneath the surface. Now, some practical tips for you: make sure to maintain eye contact. Nod occasionally. Paraphrase the other person's thoughts. And don't rush to fix things. And remember the acronym OARS. The OARS method stands for open-ended questions, affirming statements, reflective responses, and summarizing. It's simple and powerful. By listening this way, you're not just facilitating a conversation, you're modeling the love of Christ. Now let's talk about mentoring, because discipleship doesn't just happen in a group discussion. It often happens through one-on-one relationships. The Bible shows us the power of mentoring, from Moses and Joshua to Elijah and Elisha, and Paul and Timothy. In Titus chapter 2, older believers are called to pour into the younger believers. That's mentorship, and it's the heart of discipleship. Mentoring isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about sharing life. The most powerful mentors are vulnerable, authentic, and invested. Now, here are a few things to keep in mind as a mentor. First, be authentic. Share your struggles, not just your successes. People don't need perfection. They need someone who's real. Second, there must be mutual respect. Mentoring isn't one-sided. You grow too. In fact, some of my greatest lessons came while I was mentoring others. Next, be prayerful and intentional. Pray for your mentees. Ask God to show you who to walk with and set clear expectations. And again, don't underestimate short, encouraging text messages or follow-up calls. Even digital mentoring can be life-changing. Finally, don't be afraid to mentor across differences. Include those who might not normally get invited in, especially across gender, race, or age lines. The church needs every voice, so be mindful of your circle and stretch it wider. If we want to make disciples, we've got to make space for relationship. Let's get real. Trust is the glue that holds everything together in any relationship. And in a hybrid church where some folks are online and others are in the same room, you have to work even harder to earn it. And trust doesn't come with a title. It's built through your consistency, humility, and your presence. And here are some ways that we can build trust as a community builder. First, be consistent. If you say you'll check in, then check in. If you promise prayer, follow up. When people can count on you, they'll open up to you. Next, be transparent. Don't pretend to have it all together. When you admit mistakes or uncertainties, people see your heart, and that makes you approachable. Third, avoid trust breakers. Things like gossip, defensiveness, and pride destroy trust. So let's make sure to be quick to listen, slow to speak, and even slower to react. Next, show up. Trust grows when people know that you're accessible, even digitally. So send a text, hop on a call, and check in during the week. Your presence, it matters, even if it is through a screen. Finally, model vulnerability. One of the fastest ways to build trust is to go first. Share something personal. Ask for prayer. Let others see that you're not just leading, but you're growing with them. So there it is. 3 skills that seem simple, but they change everything when they're practiced with love. We listen actively with our ears and our heart. We mentor intentionally by walking with others in real life. And we build trust through our actions, presence, and our humility. And friend, please don't forget this. You're not doing this alone. We're here with you. We're praying for you. We're here to coach and support you. And most of all, God is with you. And this is how we will continue to build the kind of church family that's described in the book of Acts, as we walk with Christ, build community, and live on mission. So thank you again, and God bless.